Hello, this is going to be my fourth update for my top-down shooter game. Still need to give it a name, but yeah, let me just show you the updates of what's been going on. So, we'll start with some of the main things. As you can see, the car over here is now green. It's not actually a police car anymore. But yeah, no, it's got headlights. So, I've actually added a universal render pipeline I didn't have before because it's a 2D project. I didn't have that, but I decided to add that, so I've now got 2D lights, and I've got some really cool stuff going on with the 2D lights. Mainly, a day-night cycle, which is one of the main mechanics I wanted to include from the start. So I'm just using an asset store day-night cycle package I downloaded. Really simple, the script's very basic, but I didn't think I'd need to rewrite or create my own when one already existed. It works really well. So there's four different areas, what do you call it, stages, I guess. So you have the sunrise, sunset, sunrise, daytime, sunset, nighttime. Or was it 5? Yes, it's 5 because it's midnight as well. So the lighting changes depending on it using the global world light that I've got there. So as you can see, it's set up pretty fast at the moment just for testing purposes. But yeah, so I've got the car lights. Let me go grab the key. As you can see, I've now got this little building, this little layout of a house. And I've also got better zombie AI, so I'm now using A-style pathfinding rather than just point A to point B using a direction. Because before, I don't know if you remember, but if you've seen the previous videos, the zombies would get stuck on the walls, and anything in the way between the zombie and the player, they would get stuck on. So, whereas the AI now finds the fastest path. If I turn the gizmos on, you'll actually see. So these green lines are obviously the pathfinding here, and then I have a grid. So using A-style pathfinding, anything that needs to be avoided will be on an obstacle layer, and everything else will be on a different layer. So yeah, that's really good, really useful stuff. So I'm just using an A-style pathfinding package. So there's a few things that I'm using that have already been created before. The car is dynamic, so it'll update its mesh as it goes, like the nodes on there. Not quite in sync with it, but obviously it's perfectly fine for what I need it for. So yeah, going back to lighting, so obviously it's night, got the headlights on the car, which is really cool. Got a little flash on the bullets, just so the bullets are brighter. And as it becomes daytime as well, the car lights will just turn off. Just a little fun feature there. So yeah, that was one of the main features. One of the other main features I added was the buildings. So I now got buildings that you can go inside opposite the walls, and then roofs that the alpha value just changes as you go inside, and then fades back again. So obviously this is just starting to bring the environment to life a little bit. And as you can see in there, let me just get rid of these guys. We're not going to use the shotgun because it's really loud. Go in there. The weapons are all on the floor, so if you go up to them and just press E, I can use it. I've got a hit marker sound as well, a bit more feedback when you hit a zombie, which is really satisfying. I really like that. So that was fun. Yeah, it's mainly for testing purposes, I guess. I could have these laid out throughout the level, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know. They're the same sprites that I use in the mystery box where you can get a random weapon. But yeah, so this is just great for testing purposes rather than having to sit and try my luck on the random box, the mystery box. I can just go pick them off the floor. I'm currently working on a weapon stat system that you'll be able to adjust them in game. So it comes up with all the stats of the gun you have out. And you can pause it as well. Actually, got a pause feature, and then it shows the mouse. But I haven't got these sliders actually adjusted. But when you first get the weapon out and open the stats menu, it will show the current stats. But I need to actually have these update when I slide them. But yeah, so there's that I've done. And then if I get back in the car, you'll also see I've got a fuel meter and a damage meter. So fuel goes down as you do input, like acceleration or deceleration. Turning, it doesn't. So obviously if you're turning a car, you're not actually using fuel, I guess. So that made sense. The car takes damage if I crash into anything. So if I crash into a wall with a velocity above 5, it will do damage to the car. And then the same again with the zombies. And it's a smaller amount per zombie. I think it's 2%. 2 points out of 100. So yeah, there's that. That's really cool. And then I've also done the blood on the car is like iterative. So if I run over like the zombie, each stage that I hit it with, like the corners of the car, has 3 stages, so it will just change the sprite 3 times, which is really fun. So over time your car gets covered in more and more blood, which is a fun feature. I really like that. What else have I done? So yeah, I got a few more little details, bullet trails, and then also actually the car blood trails. They are now using trail renderer rather than what I was doing before. So previously I would just instantiate a lot of blood marks, like thin blood marks, but now instead I've got this trail renderer, which is much more efficient, and it fades out. The rest of the blood doesn't fade out. I can turn that back on if I want to, but it's really not that bad. But yeah, so the blood trails do fade over time, just because I haven't really messed around with the trail renderer too much, but I'll look at that soon. I'm about to run out of fuel. There was a bug with the mystery box that I fixed up since before, so I fixed it by just taking the feature out, to be honest. So yeah, it would eventually close. So if you hit the box and then wait for it, after 10 seconds the box would then close. But there was a problem with the timer, where if you took the gun, the timer wouldn't stop. So if I waited 4 seconds and then took the weapon, that 4 seconds would be then taken out the next time it spins, so there'd be 6 seconds left, so it would get shorter and shorter, the close time. Also added in this baseball bat, I just need to add physics to it. I don't know whether to have like just a physics weapon where you just swing it around and hitting them hits the zombies, or whether to have animations with like a swing animation. That's something I'm just working on. I thought that would be fun, just to get some melee weapons in there. Also have respawn, so if I die, got a respawn point, because before it would just lose reference to the character and it would have to end the game. But yeah, you spawn back in your bedroom. This will be bedroom, living room, toilet, bathroom, garage. So yeah, I'm just starting to bring like lots of mechanics together and stuff, just to kind of get it feeling more like a game. And then eventually, this test level, this will stay just for feature testing, and then I'll create a new scene with a world and some storyline or something fun and exciting. But yeah, lots of improvements in the last week, which I'm really happy with. But yeah, I'll update again in a week, and then see where we go.